Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking She-Hulk episode 3. That's right, in less than 24 hours, 2 videos. But just because it was the special number 100, so if you haven't seen that video will be put at the end of this video. So watch this first and then watch that, if you're feeling a little nostalgic for this channel. And thanks again for watching, guys. And now, we're going to talk about She-Hulk episode 3. Sorry guys, that was me doing the drum roll. Please, Mr. Editor Man, set up the intro. So I have a couple of notes for you guys, so that way we can talk about the interesting parts of the show. There was really like 3 or 4 things that I really did like. I'm going to start with the main story, right? It was about Emil's court case, Emil Blonsky, right? I think that part of the reason why they brought him back is to kind of erase the rest of the Edward Norton time of the Incredible Hulk, because now they kind of neutered him, right? He's supposed to be this guy that is fully healed. He doesn't want to be the Abomination anymore, even though in the last episode they dropped the bomb that they actually recorded him when he was in the movie Shang-Chi fighting Wong. So that's why Wong is actually a part of this episode, continuing to create the Wong cinematic universe, because now we've seen him in several films already. That is not just Doctor Strange related. So that's pretty cool. He's kind of becoming like the mascot, the representative of the MCU within the MCU. That's connecting everything together, you know? One of the things that I thought was kind of funny was the idea of a light elf getting sent to court because she was a scammer, she was a con. Then she pretended to be Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, I guess that's them trying to cater to what's popular in the moment, which is fine. You know, I think that actually brings a little bit more of a realistic take that, you know, they do relate to whatever's going on in the popular sphere. Because the truth is that's where we all spend our time thinking about and doing when we're not like relating to our own personal stuff, right? That's what brings us together. And so that was really great. And I also thought that it was interesting that we have so much Thor references in this episode. Continuing with the fact that the light elf is someone from Thor's world. And then later there was the court case when they were trying to decide if they're going to go to court or not. And then the lady starts saying, but Asgard is not a place where people. And then the judge says, saying an inspirational speech from Thor isn't going to get you out of this case. Which I thought was interesting. So my question is, how do these people in the streets and normal life know about these personal, intimate moments that only us, the fans watching these movies and shows, know about? Are they like celebrities? Is this kind of similar to that point of like The Boys, where everyone's paying attention to what the superheroes are doing these days? That's just something to think about. Otherwise, how do they know about like the moments, the smaller moments within the characters on what they're saying and stuff? Or is that supposed to be like an inside joke from the producers and the writers and the directors for us, the fans, to be like, oh, look, they mentioned the thing. You know? I feel like it could go either way, but I need some real answers. I want to see if they actually try to find a way to make that answer part of within the world to explain how everyone knows about what they're saying, you know? And then they introduce a new element. She-Hulk gets, they attempt to attack her. And these guys are working for someone else, saying that to get her blood. Because I guess they know about how they can make the Hulk is using the blood of the Hulk, just like the cousin got. So that is interesting. You know, are they introducing a new villain, someone very different? Maybe another Hulk-related villain? I think that it kind of brings back to the ending of the Incredible Hulk in 2008, which was when that guy who eventually supposedly was going to become the Thinker gets infected with Hulk's blood. So, you know, I think that maybe somehow they're going to try to pay that off. There was a lot of references to a lot of other past MCU stuff, so it's kind of cool to see that happen within this world. I think that the TV shows to a certain extent help, because it explains like the gaps that we don't get to see. Because if they explain like every little interaction between humans and the superheroes to make it seem like it's more realistic than what it already is, then we're not going to get any actual superhero movies. So that's why they're doing that with the shows, where they can be a little slower and they can introduce how everybody's thinking within that world. And that's about it. That's all I have to say on that. I think that the episode was fun. It was different. And I really did like the whole court case, especially the smaller court case with the Asgardian con artist. I thought that it was really funny how they saved the guy from losing the case by just explaining how delusional and how crazy he was. So, that was funny. It was like, in a way, using testimony to something to his advantage, because in reality, he is as delusional as he needs to be in order to explain how he felt for this con. And that in reality, that lady really did con him, pretending to be Megan Thee Stallion, using his ego against him. So that was pretty great. It was funny. I thought that even the new element of these mysterious men who were trying to attack She-Hulk right before she realized, oh, I'm She-Hulk, and she could jump them like no problem. I thought that that's really interesting. It's continuing like this background story of what's going on with the Hulk, because he disappeared in the plane the last time they spoke, and so now we kind of like want to know what's going on with that. Will we get a World War Hulk movie? Will there be another version of the Hulk through the multiverse that comes out and fights everybody, aka World War Hulk? I would love to see that happen. But the thing is that if they do a movie like that, they have to at least make like the action feel more visceral, even if they can't show blood, because it's not going to be rated R. Because Marvel, besides Deadpool, they're not going to do rated R. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to give this video a like, to subscribe, to write your comment, what you thought of the episode. Did you like anything? And by the way, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't like the post-credit scene. I thought it was stupid when it shows She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like at that point they were working too hard to be like, look at us, we know what's popular right now. So, that's just my opinion, from someone who watches movies and TV shows, to let you guys know. I just thought it was a little too forced. Because, I understand you want to be able to seem relevant, to be able to explain how this fantastical world can exist and how the real world would interact with it. And that's what I really like about this show, that we're getting to see more of that, which I feel like it's going to continue the idea and push it forward that this really is a cinematic and now television universe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next week with a whole new episode of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, Episode 4. Until next time.